Got Adams Central hosting Monroe Central. Monroe Central knocks off Tri-Central last week. Adams Central, no problem the second time around against Southern Wells. So these two teams are playing perhaps their best football at the most important time of the season. What do you see as being the biggest key Friday night down in Monroe?
The confidence that Adams Central has. I think we talked about that Woodland game earlier and just how they've dealt with that, and I think they've dealt with it phenomenally. They've taken it, they've challenged that anger to good, and they've just improved and played much better since then. And that's the big thing for me. I think Adams Central is in line to win a sectional championship and could go deep in the postseason. I really thought that game, they were going to be matched up with Tri in this game. Monroe Central, to beat them, eye-opening, but I just think Adams Central is on a roll right now. I think it sounds cliche. I think they're on a mission after losing that ACAC championship game.
And Monroe Central, they gave up 6 early. They didn't give up anything the rest of the way to beat a pretty good Tri team, 20-6. But I want to go back to Adams Central's defense. Against Southern Wells, we know what Southern Wells is going to do. They're going to run the football. They got Bonawit. They got Barkus. They held Southern Wells, I know, 214 yards rushing. Doesn't sound like it's a great defensive performance, but considering that's pretty much all that Southern Wells does, they hold them to 3.8 yards a carry. If you're Adams Central's defense, what are they doing well? What do they have to do well to continue to have the type of success they've had specifically against the running game?
Yeah, I think it's just fundamentally sound up front. They get a push up front with their D linemen, great linebackers that are really able to read plays, and then that secondary is able to come up and help out. So that is the huge thing for that offense, or that defense has been able to do. Even against Woodland, they were really able to bottle that up for the most part and gave up some big plays, but other than that, played pretty well. So that's the key for Adams Central, and I looked offensively. Adams Central, at some point in these playoffs, they're going to have to win the game vertically, and are they going to be able to do it? And that could come Friday.
That was going to be my question, is they haven't necessarily had to. Andrew Hammond obviously has a lot of experience. They just don't throw the ball that much. When you got Bates back there, you got Hurst, you got a bunch of different guys that can tote the football. I don't know that you have to, but eventually someone's going to make you, right? Yeah,
eventually you're going to run into a team that's going to make you pass the ball in big-time opportunity, and you have to take advantage. You have to make plays. Look at South Adams. I thought they did a tremendous job last year when they run to semi-state. When they had to make plays, their quarterback made plays.
Derek Warner.
Derek Warner was a tremendous player with his legs and with his arm when he had to. And that is the key. Even in 1A, if you are going to go deep, you have to make some plays in the vertical passing game. That is the big question for me for Adams Central, both Friday and moving on deeper in the postseason.
All right, final question. What do you see as the biggest point, biggest game, biggest thing you're looking forward to here in Week 12?
Well, I think you look at it's DeWenger and Leo, in my opinion. You look at it, I think it's just 10-1 versus 10-1, and we've seen Leo play elite SAC teams tough before. I think between that and the Lures and Belmont game, and Belmont, of course, wants to prove a point too. Those are the two games you're really looking at. And, you know, does the NE8 go 2-0? Does the SAC go 2-0? Do they split? I mean, we're always talking about bragging rights with those two teams or two conferences, and now you have some of the top teams in each conference playing on Friday.
All right. Thank you very much. That is Justin Kenny. Have you covered all week in the paper? We'll have you covered Friday night in the highlight zone. But for Justin, I'm Glenn, and we'll see you next week.